A beautiful Thursday this has been. I hope you really enjoyed this beautiful day that God has offered us today. Now today, we are going to be discussing about something that is pertinent in our issues, medical insurance. Sometimes we need to ask ourselves, is it beneficial to us? Now today, I have a lady by the name of Anita Kubunji, who will be discussing for us about medical insurance. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening. Glad to be here.
I just wanted to ask you before we can go into the real platform of medical insurance. What is medical insurance for our viewers?
Thank you very much. Good evening, viewers, once again. Medical insurance basically means a reinstatement of a person, yes, or an object to its original status before an occurrence ever happened. So generally that would be insurance. So medical insurance in this particular session would be that we are now talking about health insurance, talking about sicknesses, talking about ailments that affect our human bodies on a daily basis. So we are saying that when you have medical insurance, you have the confirmation, yes, that you'll actually go somewhere, get medical treatment without necessarily having to worry about how much you're going to pay. Yes. So
how do you mean, you have just been saying that it's about all illness, right?
Yes.
And that means even if you cover all sorts of illness?
Yes. In this aspect, we cover all sorts of illness, we cover accidents, as long as it's health related. Yes. So of course, when we go deeper, you realize that we have categories. There would be things that are a little more categoric to say that because it's medical, you go and find that there are conditions that you say there's malaria, but there are also things that we say are pre-existing, and there are also things that we say are chronic conditions. So it goes in variants so that you're able to now know what it is that will cover and what it is that maybe medical insurance may not really cover.
So what is pre-existing, like you just mentioned?
Pre-existing basically means conditions that a customer joins the insurance with. It means that someone already has the condition with them. Yes. So as they join the scheme or the insurance policy, they have to declare that, yes, I have this. So that in any point X where there's an emergency, we're able to now refer back to their history and say, okay, they had this. How do we now manage that situation?
And what happens if I don't tell you these pre-existing conditions and you get to know?
What happens is that usually when we are enrolling a client, we try as much as possible to explain to them the benefit of having to declare. Because you've had several cases in the past where someone didn't declare and then there's an emergency. So when there's an emergency, a doctor will not really know what you had before. So you find that maybe you can be misdiagnosed. So we always emphasize the benefit of declaration. So we try as much as possible to engage the customer as they're enrolling so that they're able to give us as much information as possible. We love to know our customers before we give them cover so that we are now able to plan for them also as a provider. We have to plan for them and know that we need to stock these drugs, we need to stock this and that, so that at any point X, we are able to provide for this person maximally.
So you were talking about the issue of chronic diseases. What are those?
Now, chronic conditions are conditions that a person has that normally will not go away. Chronic means that it's a reoccurrence. It reoccurs most of the time. I'll give an example of diabetes, of high blood pressure, of sickle cell. So you don't find so many cases of a person saying that they healed completely from diabetes or that they healed from high blood pressure. So it means that it's often going to be there, but it's actually manageable. And it's manageable through constant treatment. So you find that a person or a customer will tell you that, you know what, I normally have this drug every 2 weeks, or I have this every monthly basis. So that's what it means, that you have it, it's not going to go away, but you are able to manage it with treatment or with medication.
Now, I want to know, I have enrolled on medical insurance.
Yes.
And here I am, I'm not falling sick for the whole year.
Yes.
What happens? Or even not even yeah. Personally, the last time I really got sick, I don't even remember. I think 5 years, 6 years ago. What happens in that scenario?
Okay, that's the commonest question everywhere. Yes, we don't say that because you have medical insurance, you have automatically to fall sick. No. But we're saying that medical insurance is more like a preparation. It's a way of you being able to prepare for an emergency. So you'll never know that I'm going to get a malaria in the next 2 hours, or I'm going to have a headache in the next 3 minutes. You cannot be able to know. But what we're saying is that when you have a medical insurance policy, you're preparing for any uncertainties. Yes. So for people that, I mean, of course, as adults, I would say, most of the time we don't necessarily fall sick. So we are not saying that you definitely have to be the person that's falling sick for you to get medical cover. Then you're actually bad business to us. Yes, because you're already risky. And as insurance, maybe if I didn't mention it earlier, we're supposed to cater for risks. Yes, and we cater for things that are unforeseen or situations or probably circumstances. So there are many times when we don't fall sick often.
Now, this medical insurance, I come from a poor background. I don't have enough money from my salary. Is this for only the rich?
Definitely not. Medical insurance is for any person. Basically, any person who is able to necessarily get a small income can actually be able to save up for a medical insurance policy. You'll find that for as little as 40,000, 45,000 on a monthly basis. If we were able to put a bank somewhere and you're able to put that money, you can actually be able to get an insurance policy. Yes, because we give you a wide range of services. We're able to have a customer be able to purchase an inpatient alone cover, that's admissions, and then you can have both inpatient and outpatient services.
Now I want to know,
yes,
from your own context, your own perspective, what is the general perception about medical insurance in Uganda?
Thank you very much. Right now, we are glad to say, or probably I'll be able to say that slowly by slowly, the economy is trying to accept an insurance perspective. They're trying to adapt to the fact that it's more of a preventive measure than a curative arrangement for you to go forth. So we have several companies that actually are purchasing medical insurance because of the fact that it saves them a lot. It gives them the peace of mind that someone somewhere is able to get that burden off the human resource manager to now a provider that is able to now handle the staff benefits. But also families and individuals working on a daily basis. Yes, we receive so many people that come in and say, I need medical cover for my family. That we call individual, or even if it's just one person that says, you know what, how much is the policy, can I be able to enroll? So as we go forth, we actually also have a regulator called Insurance Regulatory Authority in partnership with the Insurance Institute. They're able to put up several sessions where as the public, they're able to go in and they learn more about insurance.
If you are to regard this from 0 to 10, what do you what's your rate? What's the rate of perception?
Right now on the market share, I think Uganda, because if you look at the African continent, probably East Africa in a wider context, Kenya is the one that is highly well utilized, or because they've been able to take over the largest market share. So Uganda, we are more or less below 5%.
5%.
Yes, but we believe that we'll actually be able to get there.
Just in 1 second,
yes.
How are you handling fraud in medical insurance?
What do you mean by fraud? I
mean that someone finds that he's sick, actually tells you that he's sick, he has gotten this kind of treatment, someone has faked his death.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
We've been lucky. We're making very high use of technology, and what we're using is a smart system that basically helps us be able to get down all the detail of a customer. And then we also go deeper to use the thumbprint.
Okay.
Yes. So as we give out on enrollment, we actually give you a medical card. It's called a medical smart card. It's actually electronic. So when you go and you're getting a medical benefit or medical service somewhere, you're able to have that card, but also your print will be taken. the very first time. So there's been, on our side, hardly chances that someone is actually able to have fraud. It is there, but it's very, very minimal.
Let me ask you a very, very absurd question, most likely. I'm not falling sick.
Yes.
I'm your client. But unfortunately, I get into an accident and I die off immediately. Do you as well cover my expenses, funeral expenses? What happens in that scenario?
There are various insurances that will cater for various things. And yes, I do know that medical insurance is normally all the time related to funeral expenses as a benefit. So as they cater for your medical bills or expenses, they're also able to factor in the fact that if a person didn't make it while they're being treated, what happens thereafter. So we go as far as being able to give back to the customer to cater for their funeral benefits. So there's usually a component that will cater for your funeral expenses.
On top of that, medical insurance.
Yes, and what happens is, unfortunately, you as the client do not benefit out of it because you have passed on. So it's the next of kin that will benefit out of it. So all that goes back to when you are enrolling. You're able to declare and let us know in case of an emergency. There is going to be a next of kin, anyone above 18. So at that point X, when you've passed on, for funeral, we'd love to have a hospital declaration or a death certificate that confirms that actually this person passed on, and then thereafter we're able to do a compensation. Through a funeral
Now
expense.
let's talk about business.
Yes.
How do I get started? I'm now interested in joining medical insurance scheme as well.
Okay, it's pretty the easiest way. All we need is a membership form that we all normally avail. It takes about a second to actually fill up, and then all we need is just your ID, an ID that has a date of birth. So just the two of them, and then you make payments, then we're good to go. Within 2 days or even 12 hours, you're able to get your membership card.
Oh, thank you for that first segment. When we come back from the commercial break, we are going to be discussing further of this medical insurance scheme so we can fully understand it. And please do not forget that this set has been provided to us by Prime Impex. If you ever want something very good quality furniture or home or office appliances, you better visit them. And let me tell you a bit of the secret. There is a sale ongoing.